Hey everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge, here to review some Arsenal action as we draw in the North London derby against Tottenham Hotspur 2-2. 2-2. Yeah, let's talk about this match. You know, in the first half, it looked as though Arsenal looked lost. They looked completely outclassed, outplayed, and it was capitalized in the 10th minute by Tottenham, where our defense brain farts all over. Lamella with the attempt on Lino, and Lino spills the ball over to his right-hand side, and Christian Eriksen is able to poach that up, score, and it's 1-0 to Tottenham. And at that point, as an Arsenal fan, you have to be wondering, okay, Lino should have had that, absolutely, but you're also looking at the defense and thinking, how the fuck did you let this guy just through? How did you let these two guys just go on through? And then play just complacent afterwards. I felt Arsenal, yes, they generated some chances after that goal was conceded, but unlucky strikes, Lloris right there, or just complete misses. It didn't go Arsenal's way. And it was made doubly worse, literally speaking, because Tottenham had an opportunity to get another goal where Granit Xhaka challenges Son Heung-min inside the penalty box, which I gotta say, 2 penalties in 2 matches back to back, it's kind of worrying. And yeah, I understand one was from David Luiz last week and one is from Granit Xhaka this week on Son Heung-min. We gotta sort out that shit on the fucking penalty box. We can't fucking think, hey man, we're gonna have a rough challenge inside the box. Not only will a ref see it, but if they miss it, they could go straight to VAR, which VAR didn't really help us today, but it's like I always say, VAR giveth and VAR taketh away. Doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. So, Tottenham gets the penalty. Up steps Harry Kane, who, after this goal, he has scored 10 goals in 10 appearances against Arsenal. And fun yet, no cups or trophies to show for, so yeah, that's your little glimmer of hope, Tottenham fans. That's what that fucking shit is. So, Tottenham scores, and it's 2-0 to Tottenham. At this point, Arsenal fans, including myself, frustrated. Frustrated because, yeah, we could play a really great second half, but if we don't take something, with 5 minutes left in the first half, if we don't take something into the locker room, this is going to be a really, really hard hill to climb. And thankfully, Alexander Lacazette, this goal was a beauty. It's an absolute beauty. Shot that shit pretty much straight in front of Hugo Lloris. Blasted that shit just inches away from him. And the Gunners are able to pull the deficit back to 1. 2-1, 45th minute, 1 minute into injury time. And you go into the second half, right? Halftime talks, all that shit. My anxiety kicks up and I think, fuck me, we got to get something soon. And unfortunately, where Arsenal absolutely had chances, because they came out in the second half guns a-blazing. They were holding possession. They were pressuring Tottenham inside their third. Defensively, it looked like Tottenham was going to collapse, right? And Arsenal kept working at it, kept going at it. And unfortunately for one of our players, Alexander Lacazette, it looked like he picked up a bit of an injury and so was subsequently subbed out after he also got a yellow card. But my curious thing with Arsenal was this, why didn't you start your best midfielders? A combination of Xhaka, Torreira, and Guendouzi, they might be okay. And Guendouzi played his heart out today and he was excellent. But there are times when Guendouzi and Xhaka, they could be kind of problematic. Yes, granted. Torreira was moving forward, trying to get some chances in, but just couldn't capitalize. But once you inserted Mkhitaryan and Ceballos to the lineup, it looked like Arsenal had that flair. Arsenal had that offensive momentum to push them forward and possibly get the equalizer. And that equalizer actually came in the 71st minute of this match. Aubameyang, Aubameyang is just, I still can't believe that we have him. Him and Lacazette. There are times where I just sit back and think, I can't believe these guys are in their squad. This is absolutely incredible. And so he scores a goal with a beautiful pitch from Guendouzi. And Tottenham somehow blew a 2-0 lead. Yeah, you guys blew a 2-0 lead because at this point, Tottenham looked like they were playing back. They looked like they were just disinterested in winning, stepping back, parking the bus. And it wasn't really until the last 5 or 10 minutes, where it could have gone either way. It really could have. Arsenal had a couple of chances. They had a goal ruled offside via VAR, and clearly, it really was a offside goal. And so, no goal based on the VAR decision, and I know people are going to get all their panties in a bunch of shit, but at the same time, man, I am here to tell you folks that I am a supporter of VAR, and it potentially make our game better. Who the hell knows? But at this point, if it's right, it's the right call. And despite some of the egregious errors, I think, on the ref's part with yellow cards all around today, there was a moment in this match where I thought Atkinson had to step up. He had to do the right thing, and he came out looking like an idiot. Socrates, I believe, was dribbling the ball out, and Harry Winks starts grabbing at him and pesters this guy. But the yellow card is only given to Socrates. Now, I might have to just revisit that again, just rewatch the clip. But to me, Harry Winks, you're a cunt, and you should have got a yellow card. I can't believe Atkinson didn't even fucking pull that one out for you. But between the last few minutes in regulation and then spilling into the 5 minutes of injury time, it really looked as though Tottenham had maybe 1 or 2 really good chances to maybe get a winner. And Arsenal surprisingly soaked up all the pressure as much as they could. They played the ball, they let Tottenham play the ball up forward, bringing the ball up to David Luiz, guys like Socrates. And where in the first half, it looked like big gaping holes in for the midfield to defense, where it looked shaky at best. The last few minutes of that match, Arsenal played their hearts out on defense. They were intercepting balls, doing all the right little things right. And to me, when the match ended 2-0, I thought in my head, you know what? If you told me, without telling any teams, if you just told me right now, hey man, you're going to host a home game against a club that were in the Champions League final last season and who arguably has a really solid, strong depth in their roster, and their roster's pretty fucking good, and you are down 2-0 at home, and then you end the match 2-2, get a point, I'll take that any day of the fucking week. I really would. And yes, it's a bummer that we couldn't win at home. It's a bummer that our lineup wasn't optimal. I really feel like I have to address this at this point. This isn't our final form. Just saying right now, I like Kolasinac. I do. He did a lot of great things today. But I feel once Kieran Tierney and Bellerin comes in, the dynamic of this fucking defense could change significantly. It might just get better, because when you got guys like Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who is a makeshift right back, makeshift right wing back, technically a midfielder, whatever, you're not going to get the most optimal performance out of him. That's just the way it is, because of the way the positions work. Kolasinac, bless him, but he's not a fucking full-on left back. He's a wing back. And right now, playing the back four, we have to just kind of compromise and think, all right, let's make sure we can grow our confidence when we're not at our fullest. And to me, these last, 4 weeks of match days, I've only seen positives. Yes, I complain. Yes, I have been pointing out flaws. However, I have seen progress. I feel like I'm seeing progress from this team right now, where let's say we get all our guys back. Let's say we get the fullbacks back. We get Rob Holding back. Who the hell knows? Maybe this team starts winning games. Maybe this team starts going on win streaks. Who the hell knows? But for today, Arsenal drew 2-2 against Tottenham Hotspur right before the international break. Yes, we're going to have 2 weeks without domestic football, which is agonizing. I know, it is agonizing. But just got to be patient. Gotta bear through it. And eventually, we'll get back to football, boys and girls. But the North London derby ends in a stalemate. But Arsenal is still above Tottenham. So, all is right in the universe, boys and girls. And so, I'll leave you off with that. Follow me at the Sky Lounge on all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. Now, fuck off. Come on, you Gunners!